if you don't have headphones, you won't be able to hear yourself. And so you won't know if you sound echoey. You won't know if you sound too loud, too quiet. You won't be sure if your sound quality is distorted, etc.
Most hosts never achieve the results they hoped for. They're falling short on listenership and monetization, meaning their message isn't being heard and their show ends up costing them money. This podcast was created to help you grow your listenership and make money while you're at it. Get ready to take notes. Here's your host, Adam Adams.
Welcome back to the podcast on podcasting. It's your host, Adam A. Adams, and just a couple episodes ago, 86, I just dropped that, right? And it explained why you need to wear headphones. And there were two main reasons why. It's just a total non-negotiable. And I shared two reasons on there, or two main factors that can happen. And I know you're not bought in all the way, so that's why I'm recording this episode. And I know you're not bought in because I literally just had a client that I was talking about in 86. And the reason I made 86 and the reason I freaking have to do 88 right now is because the same client didn't listen. So I have a feeling you might not be all the way bought in. So I'm going to share this episode number 88 with you now. So for those of you who already listened to the 3-minute episode number 86, by the way, it's only 3 minutes. If you haven't listened to it, go and check it out. For those of you who already listened to it, you're going to know that the first reason was absolutely essential because it solves from keeping 3 unwanted sounds out of your recording. So the first reason helps you keep 3 unwanted sounds out of the recording. Go ahead and listen to that short episode if you want to find that out, if you want to check it out and want to know what sounds you're keeping out and how it works. But the second reason is one that gets missed all the time, and it just got missed by my own client. Remember I told you that story of my client who begged me to let her know that it would be totally fine for her to not wear headphones? You remember how she was like, please tell me I don't need to wear these headphones. They're clunky. They suck. I don't want them. Well, here's what happened. Just today, I got an email from her with their next episode. And she's wearing headphones. She is wearing them, but she's not wearing them correctly. So she missed that piece that I shared with you in episode 86. And unfortunately, in episode 86, 2 episodes ago, in that same episode, I didn't go into very much detail about this part. I just said, call me if you're confused. Feel free to set up a call with me if you need me to walk you through this. Well, that episode literally just went live this week, and I already have to record this other episode. Now, here's the thing. In there, I didn't talk a lot about it, but here's the problem. Here was number 2 that was shared in number 86. Number 2 was that if you don't have headphones, you won't be able to hear yourself. And so you won't know if you sound echoey. You won't know if you sound too loud, too quiet. You won't be sure if your sound quality is distorted, etc. So let me give you a couple of examples. I'm currently wearing headphones, and I don't have a freaking co-host. I don't have, on this episode that I'm recording right now while I'm wearing my headphones, I don't have a guest that I need to hear. Okay? I'm recording this episode right now by myself, and I'm still wearing headphones. And the reason is because I have to know what I sound like. Do you get that? I need to know what I sound like. I need to know if I'm too far away from the microphone. I need to know if I'm talking right into the microphone and it sounds really loud. Right? I've got to figure out what I sound like. If it's distorted, if it's too quiet, if it's too loud, if you can't even hear me. Let me show you another, what she was doing. Let me share with you what she was doing. Here's how it sounded for her. So right now I'm using a professional mic. It's not very expensive. The one that I'm using now is about $250. But it is a nice mic. It is a decent Shure MV7. I love it. Sorry if you heard that. It is a Shure MV7. I really like it. I think it sounds really good. Now, here's what would happen. So I'm going to switch to my webcam microphone so that you can hear what that sounds like. And right now, it should be the webcam that you can hear, but it sounds way different. So I'm using Zoom to record this. And right now I hear myself using my professional mic. Like I can hear me using the mic that I want you to hear, or I wanted you to hear, but I know for a fact it's not using that, which comes down to another thing, another step you're probably going to need to do. Now, can I just switch back over to my regular microphone? Here we go. Let's switch back to the regular microphone. Now, you're going to have to do two steps. Number one, I want to make sure that your microphone can hear I want to make sure that your ears through your headphones can hear in real time what your microphone is picking up. Like if you're talking right into it, or if you are talking way away from it and it sounded a little weird, I want you to know and understand what is happening with your mic. But that doesn't solve the problem all the way, unfortunately, because as I was just illustrating, when I was using my webcam microphone, that was probably a little bit more echoey. Sounds like I'm hollow in a tin can or whatever. When I was using that, randomly, I could still hear me sounding good. I didn't get to hear what you heard. So this is the second step that you're going to start needing to do to make sure that the mic that you want is really coming through. So if you're using Zoom, I know that this works. You can click at the bottom left corner of your whole screen, of your Zoom screen. There's like a mute button and a stop video button. And like between them, there's this kind of like up arrow that helps you select what microphone you're on. But if you want to go a step further, which I prefer, I think you should, at the beginning of every episode, you click on the bottom option. And by the way, who knows, Zoom might update tomorrow, right? But at any rate, you click the bottom one, which is audio settings with 3 dots, audio setting, ... And then what you do is you test your mic. You say something like testing 1, 2, 3, and then you listen to it talk back to you. And you can check your speakers, make sure it's going through the right speakers, but that mic check is going to be critically important. You can toggle between other optional mics. Sometimes it thinks that your monitor, your screen, sometimes it thinks that your monitor has a microphone, even though it doesn't. It's like, hey, do you want to pick up the sound from this monitor? And there's like no sound. So you're going to be recording an entire episode and all of your voice won't even go onto the episode. So go back to episode 86 if you want to hear the 3 things that it keeps out of the sound. But this episode 88 was to focus on why you need to hear yourself through the mic. And just as a reminder, as a repeat, if you don't know how to do that, just find a way to schedule a call with me or my team. I'd be more than happy to connect you with like my editors, my team. We're going to help you. We care that you have good quality sound. And if you can't hear yourself, you're really missing out. My client couldn't hear herself. And so she was using the wrong microphone for an entire episode. You should have seen the email that I sent her once I checked it out. All right, let's wrap this up. Your call to action is, if you don't know how to do this and you need help, just schedule a call with me and I can either walk you through it or have my team walk you through it so that you can start making sure that you sound good, so that you're using your microphone correctly. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye. This episode is brought to you by GrowYourShow.com. Grow Your Show lets you be the star of your show while we handle all the hard stuff. We offer reliable and affordable post-production services that allow you to grow your show organically without all the work. So go ahead and check out the website right now, And feel free to schedule a call with me and let's take your show to the next level. Again, growyourshow.com. You just press record. We handle the rest.